Yeah, I cried because of the price. So yeah, 116. So I had to pay that out of pocket because the insurance that I'm under right now I didn't have vision. We didn't have vision at the time. So yeah, I had to pay that out of pocket. And I spent my last, y'all. When I tell y'all I spent my last, I literally spent my last, and that was ugh, cut my pockets deep, okay? So that's number one. Number two was my hair appointment, y'all. So that money, that $111 that I had, I was saving towards my hair appointment. Which I think that ended up being like 130, 135, I believe. I had to hold off and put it off another couple of weeks or so until I could start saving my money again. But yeah, that threw me off. Yeah, I had to reduce my screen time and all of that stuff for a while. So that put me behind like a week for my content for like this channel and my personal brand stuff. So I was a month behind on my business content and stuff. So I fell behind on that. Hello. Welcome to or welcome back to my channel. I'm Yashirika, and today's video, y'all, we're gonna talk about some of my setbacks and some of the things that I fell behind on, either financially or professionally, because it's a few different things, y'all. It's just a few different things. So yeah, I'm gonna talk to you guys about that. So I'm gonna post this video today, the same day that I'm recording it now, which is September 30th of 2025. So yeah, I'm just gonna post it today since it's the end of September. Tomorrow it's gonna be October, so we will be entering the last quarter, the fourth quarter of the year. So there's some things that I'm about to change up, that I'm about to do differently. So I'm excited about that. So stay tuned for the end of the video so I can tell you guys about that, what's new and what's to come to this channel. But yeah, before we end this season, and before we before we end this month, let me tell you some of the things that have been going on between last month and this month. So within the third quarter, I've been hit all year round, to be honest, for second and third quarter of the year. But we're gonna talk about this third quarter because yeah, I wouldn't say this has been the hardest quarter, but it was something. So that's what I'm about to tell you guys about. So I want to start with my financial setbacks, and then we'll do the professional setbacks. Then I can tell y'all what's about to be new, what's about to change. I'm gonna show you guys. I'll give you a sneak peek. I am gonna show you guys around my house a little bit. So I'm gonna show you guys my room, the living room, and the kitchen. So you guys will see that towards the end of the video. But let me tell you guys about this first, right? So I pretty much in the title, I know I'm gonna mention something about crying, because I did, and that was because I got new glasses. So, and this one here was my old ones. These are my old glasses. And honestly, like, if I'm being honest with you guys, I don't even think I really needed new glasses, to be honest. And so, but I didn't cry again. I cried before I even got the new glasses, but yeah, so, but to be honest with you, I don't even think I needed it. I think right now I don't know what it's been this year, but I have been having a lot of like problems with my sinus and like allergies, which I did not have prior to this year. But this year it has been the worst. And like the thing with me is I have like dry allergies, and so like everything is kind of like stuck. Like I be getting headaches and stuff. Everything's pretty much stuck up here. I don't be blowing my nose like I should. Like most people when they have allergies, you know, they're sneezing, they're blowing their nose, but I have dry allergies, so everything just dries up unless I moisturize it. So I have to keep nasal spray. I have to like make sure I get a lot of steam, so that, you know, everything can loosen up. But yeah, but anyway, I had to get new glasses. But even with that, like when I went to have my eye exam, which is why I cried, when I went to have my eye exam, the doctor, she did tell me that I have dry eyes and eye allergies, so I had to use like 2 different types of drops for those. But that ain't why I cried. I cried because of the price. I cried because of the price. So I had to pay 16, I believe? Yeah, 116. So I had to pay that out of pocket because the insurance that I'm under right now I didn't have vision. We didn't have vision at the time. So yeah, I had to pay that out of pocket. And I spent my last, y'all. When I tell y'all I spent my last, I literally spent my last. I had $111 at the time. So I had to let my grandma, she put 5 on it. She gave me the other 5 for it to be 116. But yeah, I had to pay that out of pocket. And yeah, I cried when I found out the price. I'm like, that's all my money. All my money, y'all. So, but yeah, so I had to get, I had to get new glasses. So yeah, like I said, I spent my last, and I spent my last on just the eye exam, and then my mom and my grandma, they helped with the glasses because I ain't had the money to get it. You know, I spent it on the exam. So they paid for my glasses, which I bought one. It was buy one get one free, so I have 2. So I have what I call my indoor glasses and then my outdoor glasses. So my indoor glasses here, this one is purple. Y'all can see that. So yeah, it's purple, and the reason that I call it my indoor one is because this one has the blue light filters in it, you know, for the screen. So I call it my indoor ones because when I'm indoors, that's what I'm doing. I'm on screens, whether it's my phone or my laptop, my tablet, my TV. Like, I'm always looking at a screen when I'm inside, so I call it my indoor glasses. And then so I have these one here. Let me take this off because I don't really use this for this. This is a little, I bought this from Amazon. It's like a little clip-on shade piece, but yeah, you just clip it on. And I usually put this over this one because I usually drive with this one, my indoor ones, because so these are my outdoor ones. It's the same one, it's just black. So yeah, but this one has that one changes outside, you know, in the sunlight. So yeah, it does that. So but when I'm driving, it does not work in the car when you're like behind, you know, windows and glasses and stuff like that. When you're behind glass and windows, it will not change. So yeah, sometimes that sun be shining a little bit too bright, so I be having to clip this on. But again, when I'm driving, that don't work, so I just end up wearing my indoor ones and just clip this onto it like this. So when I'm driving, yeah, I wear this one and it looks like this, so it's, you know, it's darker, but I can see out of it, you know. It ain't that dark where you can't see. Now there are some like that, but you know, people do other stuff with it. It ain't for driving because it'll look way too dark. But yeah, but like my outdoor ones, I'll use this like when I'm not driving and I go in the store. What I usually do is I'll take this one off, and then yeah, I'll take this one off and I'll put on my black one, so that when I go into the store, when I'm walking, you know, it'll change in the sunlight. So it'll change to shades by itself, and then when I get in the store, you know, it'll dim down so that it's not, you know, too dark. So this one, the lens do that automatically, but this one doesn't. Like I said, this one has the blue light filter. So, but yeah, y'all, so I think these, I don't even remember which one I paid for because they're different prices, but they're very close. But yeah, I did ended up getting them buy one get one free, and my mom covered it and my grandma helped. And I think it was like 170. I think it came out to 167 or something like that, maybe 177, something like that. Almost $200, but you know, again, that was for one of them was free, so we did get to save on that. The place that I got it from, they were having like a deal for new members, new people, new customers, so I'm glad I caught that deal because y'all, it was getting to be too much. But yes, you guys, I had to get new glasses and to get my eye exam and, you know my new prescription. That was cut my pockets deep. Okay, so that's number one. Number two was my hair appointment, y'all. So that money, that $111 that I had, I was saving towards my hair appointment, which I think that ended up being like $130, $135, I believe, which originally I wasn't even supposed to get a 2-strand twist, which is what I got right now. I was supposed to get that. I was gonna get this same style, but you know, all of it would have been, you know, single. But my cousin does it and she cut me a deal. She let me try out 2-strand twist because this does cost more. But she cut me a deal, so I was glad about that. So I got to save like another $30. So yeah, but this is my first time having it done with 2-strand twist, which I did want to try that, but I'm like, man, shoot, I definitely ain't gonna have the money now that I had to put that money towards getting my eye exam. So, but yeah, she cut me some slack on that, so I was glad about that. But I had to hold off and put it off another couple of weeks or so until I could start saving my money again. But yeah, that threw me off. That does, the glasses, getting the eye exam, that threw me off from my hair appointment. But next month, y'all, yeah, today's the end of September, so tomorrow's the 1st, so I'm probably going to take these out and, you know, make it single, you know, get the little curls and whatnot for October. So I'm going to do that because I'm pretty sure, I don't know how long it's been, but I know it's been long enough. so I can go ahead and take these out and undo my 2-strand twists. So yeah, I'm about to do that. I'll do that sometime this week. So that's that. And then like the next bill that I had was my phone bill, okay, so I am with Mint Mobile, and so I pay my phone bill every 3 months. So yeah, I pay for all 3 months at once. So when did I pay? Was that this month? Yeah, I paid this month. I paid like last week or so, the end of September, somewhere between the end of September. And so I don't have to pay again until the end of December. So that's one thing, like I like that. I like that better. You know, it is a higher amount because you got to pay it all at once, but you know, once it's paid, once it's done, you ain't got to worry about it for the next couple of months. So I do like that. But they cut me a deal, so I'm like, look at God, thank you God. But yeah, they cut me a deal. They gave me a $25 credit, so I pretty much like got 1 month free, because that's really what I pay. I pay $25 a month. Yeah, it's $25 a month, so altogether it's $75, right, for the 3 months. But like plus the taxes and fees and whatnot, it's probably gonna be close to $80, like $82, $83 usually. It depends. It's never the same amount every month, because you know, when the phone bills, they got their own little extra fees and stuff. Like some of them I've seen was only like 2 cents. I'm like, you know, now what you need to add that for? But yeah, so but this month I think I paid 67, so I did save. Yeah, I did get to save on that, so I was glad about that. That saved me, because I got to have a little bit of money left over, which I put towards another bill, because I do have 2 other bills. So my main bills, my main bills is my phone bill, and then I have like 2 of my like bills for my career, my real estate career. There's things that I have to pay towards that. So that's all I really pay, other than shoot, honestly I don't really be paying for my hair. Like this time I pay for it, but usually I'm a spoiled brat, but usually my dad takes care of that, but I let him slide this time. But usually I just take care of my phone bill and my 2 little real estate bills. But yes, but because of all this stuff here, like, and I fell behind, like I am kind of behind on my real estate bills. Not too far. Like one of them I owe like $32, so I'm about to pay that soon. I'll go ahead and pay that off, and then I don't even know what my other one is, but I'll check. Yeah, so but yeah, just that glasses, that really threw me off. Getting these new glasses, getting that eye exam, that threw me off. Like I said, I don't even think I fully needed that for real, but yeah, y'all. But you know, at this point, ain't nothing I can do but laugh at it now, because I was crying about it. I was, man. I was like, because that was, like I said, that was it. That was all the money I had. I only had $111. That was my last. I spent my last on that eye exam. But I'm glad that's over. But yeah, so now I'm catching up. But like I said, my phone bill, I don't have to pay that again until the end of, like, yeah, towards the end of December. So, you know, I could take my Christmas money and, you know, pay for that. But yeah, so the rest of my bills, whatever money I got coming in, will I'll use that I can catch up on my bills now, because I ain't got to worry about my phone bill. So now I can catch up on my real estate bills, and that's it. So yeah, so that's it for my financial setbacks. So now we're gonna talk about my professional setbacks. So I'm gonna make that real quick, because I gotta give y'all the tour. I gotta tell y'all what I got coming up. So yeah, so for my setbacks, I did get new glasses because I was having problems like with my eyes, but again, I think that was more related to my sinus, because like the pressure from my sinus kind of pushing like my eyes and stuff. And then honestly, it was more related to like I was a little like lightheaded, and then I was having problems. I wasn't having problems like seeing, but it was more like I had a problem with light. Like I was having light sensitivity, and then so that when I did the eye exam, the doctor, she did say that again I had dry eyes and eye allergies, and so I think one of those, she said, could have been causing my the problem that I was having with the light. So you know, I couldn't really I had to reduce my screen time and all of that stuff for a while, so that put me behind like a week for my content for like this channel and my personal brand stuff. Yeah, it put me a week behind on that, because my eyes were really bothering me and stuff, and my allergies and all that stuff. So yeah, it pushed me behind on that. And then I was trying to do a lot to catch up with that, and so like the original plans, the original content ideas I had for my business, for my real estate stuff, right? I had to change all of that. So I was supposed to, because I started posting on here again in August, and so I plan to post on my real estate pages and stuff too. I was supposed to do that as well, but I didn't get to do that, so I had to push that to September. So I was a month behind on my business content and stuff. So I fell behind on that. Um, and then I fell behind on my launch. So I ended up launching for my real estate business, my real estate service. I launched it on the 10th of this month of September. And the only reason I did that is because I was already celebrating, that was my 4th year anniversary being licensed in real estate. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna launch it on this day because it's already, you know, a memorable day for me. So I did that, but I'm still working on some things behind the scene with that. So yeah, I did launch it, but I won't say that I'm 100%, you know, got everything together, got everything in line. But you know, sometimes, you know, that's just how you have to start. I see a lot of posts that you say, you know, you can't really wait till you're, you know, fully ready. You gotta kind of start, you know, even when you're scared, or you know, you don't have all the answers or whatnot. Start broke, you know, start scared, start broke, which is exactly where I am right now. Scared and broke, honey, scared and broke. But you know, but I ain't worried about it. As long as I can handle my bills, like that's all I care about. You know, I don't really care to go, I don't really go out like that anyway, so it's like I don't really care to be going out shopping, buying a bunch of new clothes and bags and stuff, like, because I ain't never been into that. So I'm not worried about, you know, buying a bunch of stuff. I'm not worried about that. As long as I can get my, as long as I got what I need, that's all I care about. As long as I got what I need. But yeah, so I'm about to catch up on my bills within the next 2 months while I don't have a phone bill. Well, that's already taken care of. So but yeah, man. Yes. Oh, y'all, and I forgot to tell y'all, you know, because so the title, I know it's gonna be something like I cried, then got back to work. So now when I say got back to work, I pretty much got back to what I was doing with all of this stuff. So I'm doing my real estate service. I just launched that, and then I'm doing my content creations. So yeah, those are the things that I'm working on. So I don't have a job, but y'all, I was close, y'all. I was pretty close. I was pretty close to like considering finding a job. Like after that, I'm like, man, I ain't got time for that. You know, I ain't got time for all these health issues, because medical bills ain't no joke. You know, they ain't no joke. So yeah, I almost went back, because I've said plenty of times, you know, I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back to the 9 to 5. I don't want to do that if I don't have to. Like I said, what I do now, it works for me to, you know, cover my bills, and that's all I care about. I'm not trying to jump into new expenses, or, you know, try to buy, you know, I don't really need all the clothes, the bags, and all that stuff. Like, I got clothes, I don't need to, you know, go for new stuff. Like, I don't need all of that. So, you know, what I do works for me. I don't need a job, because I don't have high expenses. You know, like I said, I only got 3 bills, and you know, there's nothing high, nothing really in the hundreds or nothing like that. So, but yeah, those setbacks, like, it makes the journey, it's definitely, it represents the obstacles that can come into journeys like this, whether you are an entrepreneur or, you know, you're self-employed, and, you know, little stuff like this. When you're doing something like for yourself, stuff is bound to happen, stuff is bound to come up. And yeah, I cry about it. I don't care. I'm 24. And I'll tell you, like, for me, crying has become, I don't know. I don't know. Like, I've made peace with it, to be honest. Now, it's not something that I do often. You know, I don't boo-boo cry all the time. Sometimes it's like, you know, oh well. But some things hit me harder than others, and yeah, so I will cry about it. But you know, I don't dwell on it. Like, after I cry about it, I feel better. I feel better. So I just go about my business, go on with my life. You know, sometimes, yeah, crying is just my peace. And like, after I cry about it, now I can calm down, I can relax, I can figure out, okay, what's next, what's to come, all of that, right? So I figure all of that out, and then I'm pretty much good to go after that. So that's it for that. So now I'm gonna show you guys my room really quick. Because so y'all know, or if you're new to this channel, I did just mention I am in real estate. So I've been in real estate for 4 years. I just told y'all I launched my service because that was my 4th year anniversary. So I work with, you know, well, I'm a referral agent now, so I do my work from home. So instead of, like, I'm not the one that's like working directly with buyers to like show them the properties, and I don't work directly with the sellers, you know, at the property, doing the marketing and all of that stuff. But what I do now is I kind of like get people ready before everything said and done, like I pretty much prep them, let them know, you know, what's the process of it, and get them ready. And then once they're ready to go, or they got all the information they need, then I refer them off to an agent, to another agent, like that's in their area and that fits their needs and their budget and all of that stuff. So that's what I do now. And again, I'm able to do that from home. So I'm basically, yeah, I'm really a homebody. Between doing that, my referral business that I'm just starting up, between doing that and my content creation, I am a homebody. I am at home all the time, you know, so I don't go out to do any of my work. Again, like all I do is pay my bills, so I don't go out shopping and, you know, buying clothes and bags and stuff. I don't do any of that. I be at home, y'all. I be at home. So I am going to show that more, because I was already doing, like, I was giving y'all a more work from home type of theme and more office vibes. So I was just showing y'all, you know, my office. But now I'm going to, you know, show y'all around. My grandma, she's out in the kitchen right now, so when she's out, I will show y'all out there. But real quick, I'm going to show you guys my room. Let me put my blinds down so it don't affect the lighting too much. But yeah, I'm gonna show y'all around, because before I even show y'all, yeah, so I'm trying to do this whole homebody theme, right? So that's what I'm about to do, right? So as I said, I work with, oh, I didn't mention renters, but I do work with renters as well. So, you know, if you're interested in buying someone or renting, that's what my business is about. And so I have separate YouTube channels, separate social media platforms, all related to, you know, real estate tips and stuff like that. So yeah, I have separate pages towards that, where it's like, you know, it's all about getting a home, basically. And so on my personal page, I'm gonna make it about like making it a home, basically. So it's gonna be all like very homey type of vibes, you know, just being comfortable and cozy at home, those type of vibes. Now this channel is all about me, like ahead of time. Now so far it's been about me working from home, basically. So I'm still going to do that, but I'm just going to utilize other, you know, areas of the house while I do it, because, you know, I'm trying to make this as realistic as possible. Because I don't, to be honest with you, I'm probably only at this desk when I'm filming videos. I don't always be at my desk, y'all. I don't always be doing my work, you know, at my desk. Sometimes I'll be right here on my bed, or, you know, sometimes I haven't been out there, done anything like work related out there in a while, but I am going to do it, because I don't need to be cramped up in my room, because I'm already a homebody, but I really be up in my room. But I'm going to utilize the kitchen and the living room as well. So yeah, real quick, I'm going to show you guys how my room look, because you guys will be seeing that now. I'm going to be, you know, I'm still going to be doing my productive work, but I'm just going to be doing it, you know, more than just sitting here and doing it at my desk, basically. So but yeah, y'all, so I'm going to show y'all really quick. But yeah, let me close my blinds. I got my blinds up right now because I was trying to fix the lighting, but it's usually I'll film my videos when it's natural sunlight, but I need to get this video out today. But it's been rainy and cloudy, like we've been having some rainy weather this week. So yeah, the lighting ain't that good, so I got on my room light as well. But I'm gonna pull my blinds down. I lifted it up so I can get a little bit of extra light, but it really ain't giving like that because it is cloudy, and I'm seeing like I'm starting to hear some wind, possible thunder and whatnot, so it may start raining again soon. But yeah, let me close the blinds, and then I'm gonna pick y'all up and show y'all around. So okay, so I got that. All right, so obviously y'all see my office, right? Let me lift this up. So that's my office. Y'all see my office, my little desk, okay? And then my printer and some other stuff down here and whatnot. But overall, this is my office space. This is what y'all see the most already. My purple blinds, my purple curtains up. At there, that is my closet right there. And then it's my bed in here. So, and then y'all, prior to living here, okay, actually the past two houses that I lived in prior to here, I was staying with my mom, and we've been staying in like these 2-story houses. And so yeah, so I got the microwave and the little fridge and freezer. I got those back in college, and so I put those upstairs, and I made upstairs my little dorm area, and so that's why I have those. But now we're in a much smaller house. Well, it's just me and my grandma now. So me and her moved, and we're in a much smaller house, and there was nowhere else to put it but my room, okay? Because they were mine. Like I said, I got them when I was in college, and yeah, I was not just about to throw those out. And I paid, how much did I pay for that? I think the microwave was $50, and the fridge and freezer set was $150, I believe. So yeah, heck, that came out of my own money, so I'm not about to give those away. So I kept those, and yeah, ain't nowhere else to put them but my room. So I don't want y'all thinking that, I put both capital B's in big back, because listen, that's why it's in there. It's not in there because, oh yeah, I want food all up in my room, but I ain't even know where else to put it. So that's why it's in my room. But so other than that, I got my TV over here. I keep my towels and stuff. That was in my bathroom, but I had it like on top of, like the back piece, the little tank piece on the toilet. But I recently had to fix that. Sometimes you have to fix the pieces break and stuff in there. So I had to do that recently. So I'm not going to put that back on and be having to take that up and down all the time. So I just put it down here on my floor in my room. So I keep my towels and my cloths in there. And then, but yeah, my TV. This is like the vibe that I'm going to be like showing whenever I'm doing my work and stuff, like especially in the living room. Now, I ain't going to be this purple vibe. It's the purple vibe because this is my bedroom. But but yeah, out there in the living room, it'll be like regular fire colors and stuff, or like fall stuff, since this October is coming. I mean, fall is already here, but yeah. So this is my little stand. This is a little bookshelf. Obviously, those ain't books, but it's my little shelf. Over here, I got my music set up. So I used to write songs, so that's why it's over here. I don't use none of this stuff anymore, but yeah, the microphone and the setup and stuff over here. I got speakers down here on the floor. But I'm dying to put my Ugg boots on, y'all. I'm waiting to put that. I got that closer to my door. But yeah, I'm dying to put those on. I'm ready. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. And then this area over here. And then we right back at my office. So that's it, y'all. Hold on. So I'm gonna show all of it. So that's the front door, all that stuff. And then my bed, closet, and my little office back here. So that's a room. I'll probably show a clip, because I don't really want to stop the video right now and then do that and then get back on. So I'll show it like without me. I'll flip the camera and show my room when I come back in here. But now I'm about to take y'all out. So ain't got no lights on. Hold on, let me turn this light on. So this is the hallway. As you see, that's my bedroom right there. And then hold on, back there, straight back, is my grandma's, her room. And then hold on this side is my bathroom. But obviously I ain't gonna be doing nothing productive in there, so I ain't gonna be showing y'all that. I might show y'all when I'm done there. Nah, I ain't showing y'all. Ain't nothing wrong with my bathroom, but I don't think that, goes with my concept and my theme and all that. So, but yeah, so once we come out my room in the hall, this is the living room. Again, I'll show y'all it the other way without me in it when I can flip my camera. But yeah, this is the living room. So y'all may see me sitting right there in the recliner or the couch area over here. And then I told y'all, like, I'll put something on the TV screen so that it's not, just plain black. But I'll show like a fireplace or something on there. Y'all may see me in the kitchen sitting at this table right here. Get my butt out of it. But yeah, so it's very tight in here, but that's what makes it cozy, to be honest, because it is smaller. But back here, that's washer and dryer pretty much, and then fridge. So our back door, that's the back door there. Front door back there. Again, I'll show y'all the other way when I flip the camera. But yeah, pretty much. I'll go back out there and turn off those lights in a minute. But yeah, so I'm finishing up the video. But yeah, y'all, so I'm switching up the vibe. Let me sit y'all back over here. But yeah, y'all, so I'm switching up the vibe and I'm showing more things because, like, I'm trying to, I want my business and my brand to kind of intertwine. And, I want that because, I don't want it to be where it's like, okay, I'm this girl one minute and this girl the next. Like, I'm professional on this page, like on my real estate pages, and then a girly girl on this page. I don't want the things to be too different. So by doing it this way, I get to make it like more homey on both pages. So like I said, so my business pages is all about, getting a home, and then my personal pages will be about, how do you make it a home, You know, so it's not just for the homebody people or people that work from home. It's, you know, it's for everybody. But for me, I'm definitely going to be showing myself working from home, because that's the main thing that I'm doing in the house. So like I said, yeah, I'm going to be showing all of my productive stuff. I'm not going to really be showing me like doing laundry and washing dishes. Like I'm mostly going to be showing myself doing my work and stuff from home. But I am going to show these rooms. Y'all will see me in the kitchen. I'll be at the table doing my work, or I'll be at the couch doing my work. But you know, it's just all about being comfortable in your own house while you're doing that. So yeah, I don't like I said, like right now I already have a work from home theme going on, but I'm not going to limit it to right here in my office now. I'm basically going to branch it out into the whole house, because that's really what it is. If you're working from home, you know, that's really what it is. Most people don't always be at their desk. Like I said, I don't always be at my desk, so I'm going to show that more. Basically, that's what I'm going to be doing. So yes, you guys, so what time is it? I gotta get this video out today. I want to try to get it out by 6, but it might be later because it's already 2:16 right now. So I gotta go ahead, get off this video, and yeah guys, I gotta get this edited. I'm gonna eat first, and then I'm gonna start editing this and getting this out tonight. But yes, this is the last day of September. Tomorrow's the 1st, tomorrow's October, tomorrow's the last quarter of the year for 2025. And you know, I'm excited about this because like I said, y'all, I was just at a point where I almost went back to that 9 to 5. But I like, you know, I gotta keep my composure, keep it together, and I'm still growing. I'm still, you know, trying to figure out everything that I want to do, you know. But I do know that I want to be self-employed. I want to be working from home. I want to be, you know, doing things on my own. So but now, like, overall, like this is gonna make me like that home girl for real, because it's like I'm already in real estate, and then I'm like doing this home stuff on my personal page. Like this is gonna be good, and in the future, like I know I can see me getting like brand deals with, you know, different brands that are about furniture and home decor and stuff like that. So I can be doing that on my personal page, and then focus on working with, you know, collaborating with people who do like services for houses, like yard work and landscaping, and what else, pressure washing, all that type of stuff. Like I could be doing on my real estate page. And like, so I'm just kind of intertwining, making everything about being at home, because that's really what I am. I'm a homebody, always have been. I've never been the type to go out. I don't go out. I do not go out. I don't, you know, I love being at home, specifically my room, but you know, in general, I love being at home. And so that's what I'm gonna show. I see a lot of people doing that, and I'm like, yeah, this would be good for me. This is a good way to intertwine both my business and my brand. So this is gonna be good. This is gonna be a new beginning. So yeah, y'all, I've had some setbacks. I've had some setbacks the past 2 months, but I'm definitely, you know, working forward, trying to get myself together. And so that's what I'm working on right now. I'm trying to make everything real homey, cozy and comfy and all that stuff. So that's what I'm working on right now. So definitely get ready for this new theme that I got going on. Again, like I was pretty much limited to just this office space, but we're gonna expand it to the whole house. But thank you guys for watching the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.